Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Yes, we are still on the laptop, unfortunately, but it's okay, we're gonna get through this. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my unsolicited, unpopular opinions. I'm gonna keep it PG and I'm gonna keep it politically correct, if you know what I mean, for the purposes of this being on the internet. I'm gonna talk and we're gonna do a little get ready with me because I am going to dinner with my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm going to dinner with my boyfriend, so gotta get ready for that. Let's get started. So first things first, I'm taking my Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. So let's get into it. Let's start off like kind of easy, okay? I've never had a sew-in. I've never had a wig install. I'm using this Black Girl sunscreen. I like the waterproof one because if I sweat on my face, you know, I just like this one better too. Anyways, I've never had a sew-in. I have a braid right now and I did this myself. It's like kind of good, and I did it on my natural hair too because I'm 23, I'm a black girl, and I've never had that. And I honestly feel like women, especially I guess in my daily life, black girls who are like not mixed or anything, they usually don't wear their natural hair. So I think that's kind of weird. I only have one tattoo. I'm not big on tattoos. I'm not big on piercings. They're very painful, which is why I don't do them. I would never get a sleeve on my arm because the pain. Some of them don't look cute, and I don't even know, like I'm just too decisive. I don't know what I would even get, you know. Surprisingly, in the ripe year of 2024, I still haven't bought no Skims. So I can't say if I like or I don't like Skims. As a preface, I love basics, as you can see. Like I'm always wearing something like basic and comfy, especially like when I'm filming or anything like that. You can really pair them with anything, but me personally, like I can't spend $60 on a tank top. Like I just can't do that right now. I'm using this e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift pencil in the color dark brown. Another thing, like I know how to do my makeup just like decently, but I don't know how to do all of the other stuff because I'm like kind of lazy. And I don't feel like finding the right color. You have to get like a specific color of concealer, a specific color for your foundation, a specific color for the baking powder, a specific color for the contour. It's like, that's a lot, you know? So I'm just like very basic. Let me see if I can do this in my... Oh, I can, period. I hate wearing my glasses, despite me having to wear glasses. I hate stuff being on my face all the time, except if it's my hair. Like, I can deal with my hair on my face, but I really just don't like wearing glasses. I also hate when people wear like glasses, like not even sunglasses, but like plain glasses frames for fashion. I hate that because I feel like you're making fun of me. And also I really want some like designer frames. Like I want cuter frames. I like my glasses, but I just wish they went with more stuff, you know what I mean? Oh, so since we were talking about Skims, I want to talk about Ethika, like the brand. I've never been on that. Like everybody wears it, or not everybody, but people I'm around sometimes wear Ethika, just like going out and stuff like that, and I really don't like the designs on them. Like now if I was like 14, yeah, because I used to wear, you know, them Nike Pro shorts. Used to wear them all the time. Now I don't anymore, just because I guess I grew out of it, but I don't really keep up with like the fashion trends. I guess that's why like I don't get the hype about Ethika or anything like that. I'm on TikTok a lot, y'all. Like I'm on TikTok heavy, and so when the purple and Amiri jeans were like trending, I didn't know where to get them. I didn't know where they were being sold. And my boyfriend, Yarel, he's the same way too. So I was like, hey, do you think you would want some of these? Because everybody was like, oh, I'm getting my boyfriend this for Christmas. And I asked him, he was like, I don't even know what them are. Y'all, let me tell you, last summer when I went to Houston, I went to, it's like this music festival kind of. And I wore these Mexican cowgirl pants. Like I liked them and I seen them for my birthday and Yarel bought them for me. And people were like, are those chrome heart? Are those chrome heart? And I was like, what is chrome heart? Like, I don't know what that is. So I'm like really out the loop when it comes to that. I used to smoke weed, like not a lot, but you have a phase when you're in college, you know, you get into shit that you're really not supposed to be getting into. And that was like me, like I did. And I would smoke weed every day, like for a point, but I just stopped because I didn't like how it was making me feel. And that's just me personally. I still know people to this day who smoke every day who never get out of that phase, but I just didn't like it because every time I would be high, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be high anymore. It would give me so much anxiety. It made me so paranoid about just like random stuff. Y'all, like it just wasn't for me. Also, it took me so soon to realize that I don't really like to drink either. Do not get me wrong. I love a wine moment, love a champagne moment, but when it comes to hard liquor, oh, absolutely not. I can only do one. I cannot exceed 2. I can maybe do 1.5 if I ate like really good, but I'm going to throw up. Like, there's no way around that. So veganism, if y'all didn't know, I'm vegan, and I've been vegan for going on 5 years now. And I honestly hate when people find out that I'm vegan, or like it's like brought up in conversation and they're like, oh, I could never do this, I could never, like, I don't care. And people feel like they have to explain to me, like, same thing with like the natural hair thing. If you don't do what I'm doing, or whatever the case is, like if you don't wear your natural hair, or if you're not vegan or whatever, people feel the need that they have to explain to me why they're not. And I'm like, who told you that you gotta explain that to me? I don't care. I didn't tell y'all what I was using with my concealers. So I was using medium beige for the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and then warm honey in the LA Girl Pro Conceal. So I use the warm honey like on my forehead and on my like here. But I use the medium beige around my eyebrows, and I'm going to use it to brighten up my under eyes a little bit more. If you guys know, y'all know I got bags. Here are my unpopular opinions on pop culture. Kendrick Lamar and Future released a song. He's like responding to like Drake and J. Cole and all of them. And that's cool, you know. Since Drake is being brought up, I really want to acknowledge that Drake hasn't put out an album that I've actually liked since Nothing Was the Same. And y'all, I used to be a Drake fan down. When I was in middle school and like the beginning of high school, Drake fan down. I liked a couple of the songs on Views. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. It's in medium 90W. e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Drake hasn't put out like a full project that I've been like, yeah, like this is it. Like, because like I liked some of the songs off of Views. I really did. I really liked some of them, but as a project, I did not like them. I am a big rap person, and I'm not just talking about like I like a lot of rap music, but I really like rap as a genre in its purest form, because it's a lot of people and a lot of artists who are in the rap category because they can't fit anywhere else. Like, for example, Jack Harlow should not be in the rap category. He should be in pop. I don't think Ice Spice should be in the rap category. Yeah, allegedly she makes drill, but when was the last like time you heard a drill song from Ice Spice? Because like her singles don't be giving drill for real. It has like drill elements, but not really. I like actual bars. Like, I want to hear bars. I don't want to hear mumble rap. I don't want to hear boring rap, because a lot of the rappers nowadays, they'll literally talk about 3 subjects. We're gonna call it A, B, and C. Getting money, or like something to do with getting out the hood. Then you have bitches and hoes and women that they talk about in a degrading way. So it could be like, I took my bitch to get a BBL, or I pay for her titties, I called up Tay to do my bitch hair, or I fucked the bitch. Like, it's always like that. So something along them lines. Then lastly, you have topic C, and they talk about their ops, enemies, whatever. So they hop from 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you notice, a lot of the bars don't really coincide. Like, there's no storytelling in rap anymore, and I don't like that, especially if it's like I go on Spotify and like the most streamed hip-hop artists right now, they're not telling no type of stories. Okay, so this is like a random eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna use one of these. They don't even got numbers on them or nothing. On the brush. Baddies. I don't think the show Baddies is productive, especially for black women. I think it makes black women look bad, to be honest with you. And of course, we're not a monolith, but we know that's not how the world works, and we know that's not how people are gonna treat us in the world. And it's like, it's embarrassing. This is actually kind of eating, like, and this is gonna be like a race thing, but really, like, you don't really see any other races of women. When was the last white woman that was on Baddies? Mariah Lynn? Like, we could all be reading a book right now, you know?
You know, we could all be reading a book right now.
And I hate to sound pretentious or anything like that, because some people find it entertaining, but we have to really reevaluate what we consume as entertainment. But again, it's not for everybody. Everything isn't for everybody, and I guess that's just not for me. Baddies is a representative of black femininity in pop culture and in mainstream media that is not productive, especially to what black women are saying that they want to experience, which is like the soft life, or, you know, whatever. It's like in direct contradiction to that, but yet like we're endorsing that type of rhetoric of we don't want to live a soft life, we want to fight each other over nonsense. I want to talk about how Nara Smith is like a direct opposition to the whole Baddies like thing. And I'm using the Naked palette, y'all. My Naked palette is beat up. It's called Foxy. It's the Naked 2 palette. I know you're probably thinking, what does these two have to do with each other? I told you, black femininity. Okay, so as black women, especially online recently, we've been wanting to live a soft life and do this and do that and do this and do that. And Nara Smith is a good representation of a black woman living a soft life, or a woman of color, or a biracial woman, or whatever the case you want it to be. The hood rich aesthetic does not give soft life. I think Nara Smith is really good representation for the soft life aesthetic, especially for black women. I'm all for her like making cereal from scratch. Like, I love that. I also like to bake, and realistically, I do find myself relating to her a little bit more. Not because like I'm not Mormon or none of that, and really she doesn't push that agenda, so I don't even know why that's a discussion. I wouldn't have known she was Mormon from a can of paint, like for real. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna use this one on my eyelids too. Nara Smith ain't gonna save black women, but I'm just saying I think she's a good form of representation. In addition to the Nara Smith stuff, I also want to get married. I love that Nara Smith is married. I love that. 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 Cannot explain how much I love young black women being married, because I also want to be married. I don't want to push an agenda that's like, oh, everybody, why is that the thing? Why is that like the default when this gets brought up? Not everybody wants to be married, but some people do. I do. Low key, like to the lowest key, especially young black women who aren't married yet, who express wanting to be married, we kind of get silenced a little bit. Like, I can't even like lie. I see more people who are like me not getting married. And when I do find people who are like me, who are in my same demographic, like literally the same age as me, and they are getting married, it's just like, good for you. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know which one this is. I'm using Moonstone. Have more weddings. You can have the same amount of baby showers. I just would like to go to more weddings. I personally don't want my kids to be at my wedding. I don't want that personally. I'm also using the Lash and Roll by e.l.f. in the Black is Black. People downplay how important having a kid is. Maintaining a relationship with somebody is actually easier than having a kid. I ain't never had a kid before, but I grew up with a single mom. I'm not gonna put her business out there, but she wasn't a young mom. Like, she was very much grown and sexy by the time that I came in this world. She still struggled because she was a single parent. Her and my dad didn't get along after they had me. I dealt with a lot of trauma. She dealt with a lot of trauma. Based on what I experienced, I would never do that. And my mom actually saw the effects of two people who are married that don't get along. My mom came from one of 4 siblings. My grandmother and my grandfather, they were married, but they ended up getting a divorce after the 4th kid, which is my uncle. They just didn't get along because and that, I get the logic behind it, but I'm looking out for my kids, you know what I mean, in a certain regard, in a certain respect. Like, I'm gonna try as best as I can to do that. Also, I believe in respecting your elders until it compromises your own self-respect. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner, and it is the color 715 in Blushing. It's really good. And then this is some EOS chapstick. I love you guys.